5, 5, 5, 5. Let's go. Let's go. 5, 5, 5, 5. Now we just wait to see if this is actually running. Okay, so you guys missed all my 5, 5, 5, 5 shit. It's got quite a mad delay, but at least the audio is good. So you guys missed out on me just doing the old 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Let's fucking go. But I actually was doing it without the swearing. But now I'm so pumped. I'm doing it with swearing. Let's go. This gets closed. This gets shared. I'm getting less boomerish at this by the day. So actually, wait. We need to put that back over here. So remember that you have to go and watch episode 1 if you haven't already seen it. It's got all the disclaimers and how the Dilly DAO works. That's the most important thing that I have to say. There are merch links in the description below, like that clock, and actually like way more stuff than you can ever imagine. There's so many cool designs. Also, someone gave me the idea, I think it was, and in fact, they might not want to be doxxed, so I won't say who it was, but someone who I chat with about crypto strategy a bit said it would be a good idea for me to put the contract addresses in the description. And I just shut the video, didn't I? But it doesn't matter. Like, if you look below this video, you'll see the contract addresses of the coins that I'm going to cover today, the coins I'm going to chart. And then they were saying that that would be a good idea just to make sure that if anyone is going to go and look up for those coins for any reason, not even necessarily to buy them, to make sure that they're not going to some scam version of the coin. So anyway, that's my profile on Twitter. That's the Dilly DAO address, the address for the Dilly DAO. Episode 1 is the way to work out how to involve yourself in that. Let's go straight to here. In fact, we're still talking about the Dilly DAO here. So this is the 9mm block scanner, the block explorer. It is, at the moment, it's on the Dilly DAO address. And so you can see this is how I look at what is in that address. And so if your coin was meant to be on here and isn't, and you're like, wait, what? My coin was meant to be on there. Go to scan.9mm.pro, go and get the Dilly DAO address off my Twitter bio, put that into the scanner and work out why, and then search your token, like search the token that you sent, go and find the transaction ID, whatever, work out why it was that I couldn't see it, right? So this is what I'm looking at. This is the best scanner that exists so far. It shows all the tokens. It's really good. It shows all the tokens. It's created by a Tangang member, 9mil, and shout out 9mil. They also have this NFT mint going on at the moment, which is not just pictures. It's for ownership of some of their DeFi protocols that they're creating. So shout them out. They don't specifically sponsor me or anything like that, but I do have a sponsorship arrangement with the Tangang in general. Like the Tangang sponsors my streams until I have enough other coins participating in the idea. So this is the main website of the Tangang. In fact, dare I click on this? Yeah, cool. So fortunately, Bullish has not added something that there's something that I'm not allowed to talk about yet. And I thought it might already have a link in here. That's cool. So that's the Grove. In fact, that was the picture that I was using as my thumbnail. Guys, did you notice I leveled up the thumbnail? I got the text to be outside of where it says Restream. And I also put this like light gray background so that the text looks clear, where it says like sponsored, sponsor. And it also says, you know, fading PRC20s is a recipe for financial wreckage. I'm paraphrasing my own title, but basically it was saying don't fade the PRC20s, yo. So that's cool. By the way, around this time, I normally stream with Crypto7 on his channel, which is really cool. We do a collab on his channel. Shout out him, sub to his channel as well. It's called Crypto7, and we do a collab stream where we co-host once a week. It's usually on Wednesday nights for me, Wednesday morning for US, UK. And we're going to start calling it T7, which is like a combination of Tangent and Crypto7. And but he got a new car and also has some other streaming commitments and that sort of thing. So we might be doing that stream tomorrow. But anyway, sub to his channel regardless, not just because I'm on there. It's really good. I've always liked Seven's streams. I find him to have really positive sentiment, but in a level-headed way. So he's not a moon boy, but he still presents actual reasoning as to why you should have positive sentiment when there's cause for positive sentiment. So it's a really good channel. I recommend everyone watch it. We need more of that throughout the community. We need more positivity and more level-headedness. So that's really cool. Let me just quickly check this. Oh, yes. Addressing the paperclip in the room. You might not be able to read the text. This t-shirt says, looks like you're getting screwed by a bank or politician. Would you like to try Bitcoin instead? It's Clippy. It's fucking Clippy, yo. It's motherfucking Clippy. So that's pretty cool. Other than the fact that the text on this t-shirt is so hard to read, but it is crypto related, but it's not an HOA t-shirt. It's not a Grove t-shirt, which is a first. Although I still have my orange mug. Someone actually just sent me a picture of the merch that they got from these links, and they had a t-shirt with this logo on it, and then 2 more t-shirts with the official HOA logo, which is this one up here. Oh, fuck, you can't see the screen. All right. Yo. Or can you? Wait, can you see the... Oh, yeah, you can see the screen. Why does it look to me like I'm still the whole... 2 seconds. And there I was claiming that I wasn't boomering at this time. God damn. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we want this one. Yeah, that's the one. So there, 9 mil on the Block Explorer with the Dilly DAO address. Pulse OGs, NFTs, the HOA website, Pulse price. Have we finished with these things? Yep, we've done that. What does that mean? Oh, yeah. That. Yep. Cool. All right. I just made like a small little set of notes just to make sure I didn't forget anything on the intro. All done. Now we freestyle. My favorite part, your favorite part. So this is still, well, at least this made a higher low. Thank fuck. Let's see what this would look like. Yeah, that's actually not bad. You can actually link up this wick through these candle closes and these wicks here, roughly. So even though it's subtle, but these are making higher lows. You could argue that wick, if you're going wick to wick, that actually was lower than that, but shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking dirty mouth. And so, yeah, that's fine. So effectively sideways a little bit. The price of Pulse is a little bit higher than it was the last time we streamed. So it's not going to impact these charts too much, whether we're looking at them in terms of Pulse or and dollars. Right. Oh, so we've got some new coins. We've got 4 or 5 new coins. By the way, Hex Hodl decided to just dust attack the shit out of the Dilly DAO wallet. And that's what it actually took me a while to sort out what coins were actually in and what ones weren't, and sort of trying my best to be as lenient as possible in terms of looking at sort of percent of supply sent in and stuff like that. And so we've managed to get a list here that I think is reasonable. And but the dust attack was real. And then we had two coins that came in like last minute. They got sent in literally as I was in the final stages of putting the stream together, which is cool. And what was my point? And so this particular coin, right, which is PTS's coin, is the first coin that has been, so excluding all the Tangang coins, because they were sort of they were packaged up as a sponsorship deal. So excluding those, this is the first coin that I immediately recognized, already held, know to be fully legit, know familiar with the project, etc. So this was quite exciting. This was like a first for the Dilly DAO. This one got sent in. I have been speaking positively about PTS since I discovered it. Well, when I first discovered it, the smart routing was still black box, and that was my only sort of question mark. And then once they open sourced and made not open source, but made viewable the actual routes, I was an immediate fan. It is my favorite place to trade. And I'm not just saying that because they contributed to the DAO. It's just a coincidence. Like this is a happy coincidence. So I might as well actually pull up their web. Oh, you guys know the website. It's app.pts. Something. Anyway. Wait, that's their logo there. Oh yeah, because we're on. Okay. No way. I didn't even know Dex Screener has like little descriptors. Oh yeah, so it's got the website here. So I can just click that. Perfect. Because I'm very cautious these days about what I do if I haven't pre-set something up. So here's PTS, and basically that is the bomb. That website is the bomb. Like it's the greatest thing ever. And it does smart routing. It does all that shit. So it's really, 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 really good. So I am a fan. And so the things that I like about it are it does smart routing better than anywhere else that I've seen. It utilizes all the LPs like Fux and freaking even Easy Swap, which have their own pools. What else is cool about it? It's got built-in MEV protection, which is dope. So it's literally as far as I'm aware, it is the greatest place to swap. You will get the best output amounts, and you'll get the protection. You'll get the MEV protection, and so it's awesome. It's awesome. And what's my point? Oh, also, I wanted to mention, full disclaimer is that I actually personally own some of their tokens already, and I was involved in the sacrifice, and twice, in fact, I went in on the sacrifice, and then the more I used it, the more I loved their protocol, and I was like, this is so good, I want to own more of the token, and didn't even care about what the actual token utility was. I was like, in. And I'll briefly tell you guys that I kind of had this theory that may or may not play out, that because everyone was so sick of sacrifices by that point, particularly because some of them hadn't delivered. So I think people were so negative on sacrifices. I perceived that there might not be that many people participating in that sacrifice. And so the counterintuitive, the counterplay, right? You're counter trading, you're counter sacrificing, you're sacrificing when no one's sacrificing for things. And so we'll see how that plays out. This dotted orange line here is actually I think that is roughly the base sac rate, I think. And so it's actually under sac rate now, but I don't care. I've just been buying more But that's actually not what this show's about. I'm not supposed to be talking about how awesome the project is or how good that is. It's meant to just be charting. But I'm quite excited about this project, and I'm quite, and I'm quite excited that it's the first sort of like immediately identifiable, legit project that contributed to the DAO. So in terms of participating in the DAO, and so I'm giving it a little bit more extra airtime than probably what I would normally do. This is the chart. It has basically, it pumped and then it came down. It found support on the base SAC rate 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then broke below. And now it's possible that this point here is the low. So I've drawn a fib retracement tool from the high all the way down to the local low. So theoretically it could go lower, but I'm doing my trick where I'm drawing it to this, and then I'm looking at these levels to see whether they look reasonable, whether it looks like there was natural price movement that would fit these sort of natural ratios. And I think it actually looks good. Look at it, fits really well across the tops of all those candles. It rejected the price here after wicking through, rejected the price there. Support, 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 support. So it supported the price like 5 or 6 times there before breaking down. Classic, where it broke down and actually wicked to a fib level, but then bounced all the way back and then actually found its way back down there anyway. When it broke this level, when levels break, you see these aggressive moves. I'm not sure if this is a little bit small for you guys, or maybe zoom in a bit. But this is pretty classic when you have a, that's not a level, that's the 0.4. So, but anyway, so I think these levels look quite good. Like here, when it broke this level, it actually retested it. Like, so it had the throwback, turned that level into resistance, tried to find support on it again, broke down. And anyway, so this looks reasonable to me, that this could indicate that is a bottom, that could be the bottom. Also, it has actually been moving up, creating higher lows. And I mean, it's arguable whether these are on small time frames, these are higher highs. But maybe if we go to like a slightly higher time frame, close. So on that 4 hour, you would say it just failed to make a higher high. But I think by the time that we look at this chart next, we will have a better idea of whether that's likely to be the bottom. So it's a project that I like. That's a project that I like, and we'll just we'll take a look next time to see how that goes. So the next one is also new. Is that all I wanted to say about that? Yeah, I think that's fine. So theoretically, if someone was like wanting to get that token on a discount compared to SAC, although this is something that's important to note, because some people were like, oh, the PTS price has been going down. I did see some people being like, oh, you sacked, and like, what do you think about the fact that it's gone down or whatever? I'm like, bro, this entire move is like 35%. And if you look at it from base SAC, it's only a bit more than 10% down. So 12%. So this chart looks more dramatic than it actually is, because it's all the price action that exists for the coin. But so you need to put this in perspective, that this entire move here from the base SAC rate down to the current price is only 12%, which in crypto, coins move 12% in like less than an hour sometimes. Next coin. This is KYMATO. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I don't care. This coin is, okay, 24th of August. So it's not a baby or anything. It's been around for a little bit. Somewhere on these, oh yeah, sorry, it's got pair created. So there is a stat on deck screen that says pair created. That's 20 days, 3 hours. So this is not new, but this thing went for a freaking moon run. This thing went for an absolute moon run. You know, it's got pretty high volume for a young coin that I haven't heard about, and pretty high liquidity as well, right? These are good stats. Like they're good. I'm not saying they're good. I'm saying they're higher than I would expect for a 20-day-old coin. And I'm just trying to think, is this DAI? Let's just go into switch price in DAI. Okay, so this DAI that this is linked to is actually the forked DAI, the one that's not $1 yet. Like, don't think that I'm a P DAI maxi by me saying that. I just mean this is the one that's, so that could explain why its performance has been like good, because most of the coins that have been tied to that, although it wouldn't explain this massive explosion here. So I don't know if this is by the Atropa devs or whatever. I don't know, but it was cruising along sideways. You know, you could argue that this is the bigger the base, the higher into space. This move here is probably pretty dramatic. Oh, it's only a 10x. Only a 10x. Tangent's already getting mad greedy on the X's. Like, we haven't even started the aggressive part of the bull market, and I'm already like, delete chart, blacklist, only a 10x, get the fuck out of here. So, and then this thing's on an uptrend now. In fact, let's get my favorite tool. By the way, you guys might notice how fucking pumped I am. It's here. Regression trend. I don't know if it's going to work with so few candles, but yeah, that'll do. So, you know what? And I'll just drop down to the hourly. Boom. So I like this tool because, one, it's auto, so you don't have to sit there actually drawing lines. You just select the candles you want it to do, and it just pumps it out. And it also, because it's actually doing a regression trend, it sort of gives you an extra level of reinforcement. Like, if you pop it up, like, I just predicted that this would look dope, and I was right. What it means, though, is when you draw it on there and it looks how you expect it to look, i.e. it draws the channel that you were expecting, then it also it sort of like is an additional confirmation that you're not just like drawing something that isn't there. So that coin is in a rising channel. That's cool. Bullish, you know, it's near all-time highs. It's up here, just, I guess, and high volume, high liquidity. So not a bad coin. I like the coins that have been sent in terms of interest, right? Like, I obviously don't endorse any of the coins that are on this show, not even the Tangang ones, right? So I don't endorse any coins. I'm not suggesting that anyone buys any of them. So when I say positive things, I'm mainly talking from a technical point of view, and also just like interest. Just I'm interested in some of these coins, right? They're interesting coins. Now, this next one is called, its code is UPUP, and I think it's called, where's the name of this bitch? It's called Number Go Up. So look, the fundamentals are all there. It was designed to go up. It's called Number Go Up, and its code is UPUP. So fundamentals, tick. Technicals, tick. So this fucking thing, this thing has actually literally just gone up. And so looks Looks like Tangent spent so long fighting his way through the fucking dust storm that Hex Hoddle created in the fucking DILLY wallet that I forgot to actually do the technical analysis prior to the stream. So all these charts, you know, sometimes doing it live is better anyway. You know, I think I told myself, oh, I don't want to be wasting time on stream, like drawing the lines, but it actually doesn't take that long. So, oh, and by the way, I'll keep an eye on comments as well, because I do rate the support that, you know, the Tang Gang sends in, like mad support. Sammy's in here. Hi, Sammy. Morning from Dublin. Ash says, let's go. So Dathy is from Dublin. Let's go. Obviously, don't like attempt to minimize, you know, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Angor says hello. This is something that I'm forcing myself to do more these days, because everyone's favorite word is their name. And there's not that many people that sub to this channel, watch this channel and stuff like that. We've got a small but dedicated group of people that come and show up. Kongi says, whoa, Dillyz. Oh, bro, wait until we get to some of these charts. Some of these charts on today's stream are like fucked up level Dilly. Like I mean, look, no disrespect to the ones we've already looked at that are basically just up only, but this is the point of this stream, is to get bullish and show that there are charts out there. I noticed another thing that the Dilly DAO, like there's all these emergent properties of doing the way that I structured it with the Dilly DAO that have just been so beneficial. And there was another one that I realized today. I was like, oh, that would have been a problem, but the Dilly DAO solves that shit. And so I forget what it was, but it's another thing. It's just so good. So Kongi says, whoa, Dillyz. I should be featuring some of these. I made a comment on my own stream saying, very cool. I was actually talking about how I can actually message from Restream as well. Right? So Ash says, let's go. And Maximus Experience says, let's fucking Grove. So David, GMGN, David, Dan Wednesday, when Lambos. Oh, soon, bro. Soon TM. Hit the likes, you tight asses. 43 says PTS.io. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yes. Hell yes. So RH to the moon. I agree. Look, just because I don't. So, I was going to add Pulse X. If I remember, I might chart Pulse X and to look and do my fib retracement trick to see if we can predict a bottom. Even though no one actually sent Pulse X to the DAO. So sometimes I obviously reserve the right to, it's going to be very rare that I do it, that I just choose to add coins that are not Dilly DAO coins, but where I think that it gives specific context or it gives a really good example or something like that or some other reason, I might just add a coin or two. People are loving the orange themed comments. Good morange. Oh, Too Spooky literally just woke up. Yeah, dude. That's my favorite time of the day, just waking up. Because Web3 never sleeps. Sammy's in here. Tangent, check up. Someone sent it to you the other day. Yeah, dude, bruh. So it's literally the coin that we're on right now. This thing, I do find it humorous. There was a coin that I got sent dust. So we're talking like less than 50 cents worth. Like it might have even been less than 5 cents worth. But the combination, so there were these coins that I got dusted with, and the combined me reading the coins out, I was like, blah, blah, blah. And then it just made me lol, like the combination of the names of these coins, because they were all sort of like group themed. And I was like, oh, I've kind of got that rule that if I laugh, I have to buy. Like, I want to make a rule where if it makes me laugh, I buy the coin. But it was so contextual, and it was like you kind of needed all the coins together in that order to make me laugh. It wasn't just laughable just by itself. And so I didn't buy it, and I'm not featuring it because motherfuckers need to learn that this DAO, like, the token gate is there for a reason. And if you want that gate to open the fuck up, then you have to follow the fucking rules. So you watch episode 1 and you work it out. So no dust. In fact, dust is really annoying because I have to actually waste time going and seeing what, like, so I'm having to check that coin and finding out, no, we're not charting it. So, but before I sound like I'm being rude, I believe that the person that did that dusting, 1 or 2 of the coins that he or she sent, and I'm not doing that to be woke, by the way. I'm doing that just because I don't know for sure whether it's a guy or a girl. Is that woke or not woke? Oh, who cares? That person did send ones that did activate the token gate, like past the token gate minimum requirement, whatever. So Full Polyp says, what's up? Sammy says, let's grow. Let's fucking grow. Yeah, what timing, hey? What timing that we're doing it, like, literally as I read your comment. So I've brought that clock forward. I know it's actually, oh, I mean, I'm so small in this image that you can't even really see it. Anyway, this is a great new channel. Nice one. Yeah, I am just so pumped at how this is going already. It's like, as you can see by the episode number, this channel is only 4 episodes old. And sorry to, like, tangent off when we're supposed to be looking at charts, and there's lots of charts to get through, but this is only 4 episodes old. Got a sponsorship deal literally before I made the first real episode. Like, I'd only made the disclaimer, and between making the disclaimer and making the first one where I actually did any charting, got a sponsorship deal, and then had people jumping in, sending coins straight away, telling me that they were going to send coins to the Dilly DAO. Freaking also people sending coins, like, while I'm streaming, going, can I please get this coin on there, blah, blah, blah. That was Hex Hodl on the last stream, and now we've got all these new coins. So it's just dope. It's just dope. It's just exceeded my expectations. Oh, people sending in. So I've started a spreadsheet, obviously, to try and keep track of the coins and stuff like that, because at some point I'm going to need to know whether coins were already sitting there, like whether they were there or not. And I'm playing with all these cool ideas, right? I'll run some of them by you. So if there's a coin that comes on the show, I might make it that obviously that coin, it doesn't stay and get charted every stream just from going from, but if that token pumps, and I might make it like, say, every time, so when there's a coin that's on the show, whenever that token pumps like a 2x, and if it's going back and up and down, then it doesn't count. But every time it makes a new 2x, and I don't know whether that'll be like 2x. Yeah, it'll have to be, I'm not sure. I haven't worked it out yet. But basically, sort of like, so coins that are sitting in the DAO, if they pump hard enough, I might bring them back on the show, even if that those token gates are not being re-met, right? So if there's someone that wants their coin on the show and they want it on there like every freaking week or whatever, or whenever, then they have to meet that token gate multiple times. But I might have that rule that if a token just starts going nuts, because and that rule works well because it's like, 1, it rewards coins that actually pump. 2, it means that I'll be showing coins that pump, because that's the whole point of the show, right? Is to show green Dillies and get the FOMO going in the PRC20 world. So it fulfills both of those requirements, and sort of, you know, and it makes for a good, like, because I can't have every coin that's ever participated in the DAO on every stream, otherwise it'll just get nuts, right? But I also don't want to just like have a coin that comes on and then just it never gets shown ever again. So I think this is a good way of doing it. It's like a good balance. And I'll obviously like play around with these ideas. I might not stick to the ideas that I have. That's just something that I was thinking today that I might do. And it seems quite reasonable to me. The other one that I thought of today as I was making the spreadsheet, and I was just about to talk about this anyway. So this is me going off on a tangent and ending up back on a main topic that I was already talking about. This idea of the token gate looking at percent supply. So I've got a column where I look at the percentage of supply that has been sent to the Dilly DAO, and I write whether it's like a shark allocation, a whale allocation, like so ballpark what kind of scale it is, so I can factor that in. If it didn't meet the dollar requirement, then it might be a significant enough percentage. And I laughed at my own structure because it's like whale is 1%, then Poseidon is 10%. And so these are jumps in orders of magnitude. And then say it's like, there was one where the amount of the supply that got sent in is like 40%. So that's like 4 Poseidons. That's like 4 Poseidon allocations. But then if it goes like above 50%, like the ones that are like 70, 80, 90% of the supply has been sent into the Dilly DAO, which I think 2 of them are that, I decided to just call that the OA. So it's like, but obviously no one's ever going to see that spreadsheet, I don't think. So it's like my own private joke to myself, being like, when the supply ownership is so fucking dominant that it's like 80% plus, then it's like the origin address. So that's me like trying to fucking joke around. So haha, jokes on you, because I've got 90% of the fucking supply. So I don't do, so thank you for like commenting, but if you need to watch episode 1 if you want me to actually look at that coin. That's cool though. Like I don't mind people talking about coins in the comments, saying that, you know, oh blah, this coin's pumping or whatever. But to get the chart on the screen, it's got to be in the Dilly DAO. Procrastinating before I go to work. Bro, we are going to make sure that partway through this bull market, where you're not even going to have to wait till the end. Partway through this bull market, you will not have to, like if you're still going to work, it will be voluntary, right? You'll be doing it for the culture. I guarantee it, right? And I'm not making that guarantee to anyone else except for Too Spooky, okay? So, and shut up. So no, don't apologize, Dan. It's fine. I'm all G. I don't mind people talking about coins. It's a PRC20 show. Talk about whatever coins you want. Do not apologize. It's just in terms of the actually charting them. So this one here, living up to its fucking name. Let's go. Can we get this trend line looking a little bit cleaner, so that it's not just carving through the fucking candle bodies? You know what I actually typically do in situations like this? I end up drawing 2 lines. So I'll draw one that technically that conforms to the rules of not cutting through bodies, something like that. So that's basically at that hesitation point there. This is a 1 hour chart, by the way. Here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's huge. That's a huge number of touch points. You know what? Fuck y'all. I'm not even going to do another line. Sometimes if the formal line doesn't have enough touch points, I draw one in where I'm like, okay, I'm going to allow myself to cut through maybe 1 or 2 candle bodies to get a line that's parallel to that other line that actually makes more contact. Not required here because that's like 8 touch points. So this thing's in an uptrend. So that's pretty cool. So that one's up. Let's just click this button here. Okay, so this one is actually paired. So what I'm doing here is I'm clicking this button that changes the price to in die. And that means that then if these numbers are like 0.00, right, then it usually means that it's paired to the actual die that's worth $1. And if it's like 1,000 or whatever, right? If it's, because this one, let's be more clear about this. Because this axis, when we've got this thing here, when you pull these charts up, it's giving you $1 equivalent, right? So when you click switch to price in die, it should be the same number. Ooh, so maybe this one again is the, you know what? You should be able to tell by the contract address. You motherfuckers go and work it out. Do your own research. So this one I'm unsure about. The other one I'm pretty sure was the not dollar die. So bit of but by the way, this is hectic. Like this. So let's look at the target of this inverse head and shoulder. Oh shit, I forgot to turn log on this chart. No change. Lol. Let's just go back through these charts and just make sure that they were all logged out. Okay, that one wasn't. Fuck. There's a lightning storm. I thought I saw lightning on the security cameras, and then I was like, because it's in the corner of my eye, I was like, no, I must just be tripping. So doesn't change much on that one, turning the log on. That lightning was actually reasonably close. I should maybe be shutting down the electronics. Oh, this one looks quite different once you turn the log, like that section that looked just like a flat line, and obviously that's the point of log. This is still quite a massive jump. Up, we've now got on log. So let's take a look at what this measured move would be off that inverse head and shoulders. And you look, this is kind of what I expect, right? Is that people are going to be participating in the Dilly DAO and getting their charts on the show when their shit looks glorious, right? That like, although a couple of the coins that got sent in when I first looked at the charts, I thought the charts looked wrecked, and then it was like I was not looking at what they were looking at. But most of the time, I assume that people are going to be wanting to put their charts on the show when they're flexing, right? Which also ties into this idea of the show will typically be looking at green Dillyz, and I think that lightning strike froze the camera out. Oh, maybe it's just rain on the lens. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So what's next? That's up. So this one's too early to chart. And this was 2 coins that got sent in right towards the end of, it was right towards when I was about to do the stream, that are paired together. Oh yeah, you know, Jerry. So Jerry is saying bring back the tunes. I was literally just talking to Day 43 about this prior to going on the stream, because going on the channel, because it's not my channel, right? It's Day 43 founded or started it or whatever, or was involved in starting it. And I was like, I used to get copyright strikes on every video because I would play music. And so I asked him, I was like, dude, do you think that like remixes and bootlegs and shit would get copyright strikes? And if so, like, do you care and stuff like that? And then I just ended up deciding, if people want to kind of like listen to music while they're watching my stream, they can just do it. And then that means they can do their favorite music. But maybe each episode, I actually just tell you guys my current favorite song for you guys to go and listen to if you want. If you guys are interested. There's some awesome bootlegs that are on SoundCloud at the moment that I've been finding. It's been epic. And so I thought I would mention these two coins. It's Sure and Nope, and they've got like funny names that I did almost lol at. So Sure is, are you sure about that? And Nope is not quite. Like, nope, not quite. So fairly funny. It's a little bit too early to do TA on this, so I'll bring these coins back on the next stream. You know, look, this is giving you the warning that this coin is under 24 hours old. So I'm told by the person who middlemanned the, so this is another thing, right? I like the idea of helping you to preserve your privacy. So in this particular case, the person who was talking to me was not the person who was sending the coins. And I like that. I like that middleman idea. I like the fact that, yeah, see you too, spooky man. Have a great day. Enjoy work as much as possible. You can, so what you can do say for example, something happens like someone you know sends coins into the DAO and then I don't see them or they don't show up or whatever, and you need to contact me, or the chart that I look at is the wrong pair, or there's some reason that someone needs to contact me to clarify something or complain about something. And you don't like the idea that that is then going to kind of be a dox that the coins came from you. What I'm happy for everyone to do is say, hey, I am acting as a middleman, that someone asked me to contact you so that they could preserve their anonymity. Now, the perfect thing about that is I will never know the difference between whether you are just saying that. So like, while I tell people don't, like, I encourage people to like never lie, in this case, I'm allowing it because it's not an intention to deceive. It's everyone agreeing that this is a cool way to preserve privacy. I'm asking you to do it. So you're not deceiving me. We are agreeing to do this form of communication. So everyone is welcome. I encourage it to say, if you are going to contact me about a coin, you can say, hey, someone asked me to play middleman. I will not know whether you are just saying that or whether you really are a middleman, and I don't want to know. I want people to be able to preserve their pseudo anonymity. And so in this case, that was what I was told, and I believe it. And so what's my point? And so yeah, I think that's a reasonable way that people can contact me about things like this, because there were a few people that said they were going to send coins in, and then I couldn't see the coins that they were talking about. And so you guys can do that. Also, if anyone is and that person, that was where I was going. That person who was middlemaning the communication about this told me that these coins have had their LPs burnt. Like, so the control of the LP has been burnt. Like, so the LP NFT has been sent to a burn address, or somehow like renounced or locked or whatever. I did not have time to check that before the stream. So you have to go and check that if you want to go and double check that. However, if that is the case, then sometimes people like to degen into coins that are super new that have the LPs renounced. So because you know that it can't be a hard rug. You can technically still get rugged by someone with a large bag just dumping. right? But at least you know that it's not going to be the technical rug where they just pull the LP out, so then you can't sell because there's no LP, and even a cent sell just sends the thing to zero, right? So under 24 hours old for this pair. Next coin. Oh, and so that is all the new coins. Now we go to, so there's kind of three categories of coins, if you will. Loose categories is completely new, the ones that were sent to the DAO, but like, so new-ish, but not new on this episode. And then the ones which are in the package deal of the sponsorship arrangement, which are all the Tangang coins. So this is a coin that we've talked about before that's not a Tangang coin, pardon me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go, because this is living up to its name. This is the coin that they sent the entire supply. This is the one that they sent the entire supply to the Dilly DAO. So I don't mind covering it repetitively. I guess it's going to be on every show, sort of, I guess. Unless it like, unless they rug the LP or something. Maybe I should go and check whether the LP is renounced before like making it a full feature. So yeah, if the I'll check that shit. I'll check that shit. So on the last show, we were basically in this zone in here. We were somewhere in here, and this thing had come along here. It had popped up over it had made a new all-time high over its like initial pump. It found support. I should be making these charts bigger for you guys. Found support. It went up, and then it was pulling back. And on the stream, I said, look, a pullback down to this level would be a healthy pullback of 30%. It didn't fucking make it there. It didn't make it there. It got down to a pullback of 25% and then went fucking moonbound, and now is still going moonbound. I mean, look at the volume candle here. It's like quite hilarious, right? Low liquidity, obviously, but the point here is this is a good learning experience, even though this happened on low liquidity. So it's not quite as, you know, the price action and stuff when you've got like low volume, low liquidity coins is like not as, TA is not as applicable, but let's just look at it as like a learning experience for TA, or a learning experience in general, ignoring the fact that it's low liquidity. If someone was waiting to buy the dip, they would have not purchased the coin for the sake of a, probably, I'm guessing like 5%. Who's the fucking man? That's like 6%. So for the sake of about 5%, not buying it because you're waiting, and then it just goes fucking moonbound, right? And now this is the story of crypto. This could happen on any crypto at any time, including the entire fucking crypto market. So get your fucking bags. So like, it's not get your bags. It's just never be zero exposed to crypto. That is dumb, right? That is fucking retarded. That is really, really dumb to ever be in a position where you have no exposure to crypto. I know that Don Alt does that shit. He's a dumbass. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's really rude. He's not a dumbass. He's actually a skilled technical analyst. And a lot of the stuff he says, I agree with. I get offended when someone says, I get offended, man. I get all woke culture. I can empathize with the wokes. As soon as someone says I'm literally completely on the sidelines and have no crypto, I want to fucking slap them. So for their benefit, by the way, for their benefit, I want to slap the absolute shit out of them. So that's pretty. Do I delete that or just leave it on the chart? Whatever. So 25% pullback, moonbound. That's cool. I think that's enough said about that one. That's the Dilly DAO. This is the one. So this is the one that I came up with the 08. Like, so I'm the, not, sorry, I shouldn't say it's not me. It's the Dilly DAO. The Dilly DAO is the OA of this coin. And so if you don't like that shit, you can audit the orange address. So that's that one. SIMP DAO. SIMP DAO, still quite young. Chuck this on like an hourly. Chart looks the same. Same again, though. Look, same again, that if you were... This one, maybe if someone was waiting for this retest, they would maybe have bought this because they'd be like, oh, that's close enough. That's like within 1%. If you happen to be there at the time, like if you happen to be watching the chart at the time, you would maybe buy that. So again, this coin is probably... Actually, you know what? Let's just do the forced TA shit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 candles there that like open or close on that level, and it's above that level now. It just smashed straight through it. But it's probably not a level because this coin is so young and so low liquidity. But I'll leave that line there for shits and giggles. So what else have we got? That's SIMP DAO. This one's same. This is that LEET coin. This one is also... That's down on a 1-second chart, by the way. So there's actually not... There hasn't actually been any price action on this coin. So that one, so that's enough said for that. Again, that's another coin that the DAO is like a massive holder of. So HOA. So now we're switching categories again, right? Switch. Let's take a look at how fucking elite my TA is. Holy shit, I'm good. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. Look at it. Look at it. Fucking look. Fucking look at it. Mom, I told you it's not just horoscopes for men, Mom. Fuck. This fucking basement needs heating. So just, sorry guys. Just let me collect my thoughts. So I drew an arrow saying that maybe we'll go down to this fib level as like a, I think from memory, I said that it sounds bearish, but it's actually bullish to imply that it will like that it would find that if it goes down, it would find support so quickly and readily at that level. And I drew that arrow and I have not fucking moved it. And it literally went to the tip of that arrow. And I'm going to flex the fuck out of that shit, even though that's not how TA works. That's not at all how TA works, right? If your arrows and TA, your patterns and shit happens to be exact, it's meaningless, right? The point of TA is not, it's not to get this level of precision. It's not the point. And if it happens, it's not relevant. However, when it happens, you best believe I'm going to be flexing the absolute fuck out of that shit. Look at it. Look at it. Look how precise that fucking technical analysis is. So that's about it. Just killing it. Just fucking killing it, bro. So look, I know that not much time has passed there, but it's bounced off that fib level. And this price is in dollars. Let's go and look at what the chart looks like in, so over here, the picture actually looks worse. That theoretically, this would be saying that the breakout of this triangle failed, and now it is actually, now we're actually back under this resistance, potential resistance, and this potential downtrend. So if you were purely looking at technicals and charting it in this against this, like against PLS, this you would need to wait and see if this is going, like if this is a fake out or whatever. Like this is a big throw. Like that's a big throwdown, right? Someone cheated. Someone cheated possibly the king asset of this bull run, like excluding hex and excluding pulse, let's say. So like excluding the obvious king assets, my favorite assets, our favorite assets, I'm bullish on this asset. And so someone fucking cheated the bag. I've got a story that I'm not going to tell you about someone who cheated a bag quite severely. And I actually told them, I said, man, you do what you want, but I actually don't think this is a good time for you to be cheating this bag. And that motherfucker got reverse wrecked because they dumped 100% of their bag, 100%, wrecked the fucking chart, like completely irresponsibly. Market sold their full bag. They were in the coin very early, so their bag was substantial. Market dumped, fucked the chart. The chart recovered and then literally went to the fucking moon without them. So, but it's fine. It's fine because they were warned and they said, yep, I hear what you're saying. I still am not going to buy it back or even a small portion of it. And so, like, obviously they made that decision, and I assume that they're the type of person that doesn't, you know, cry over stuff that would have been obvious with hindsight. And so, yeah, look, higher lows through here, 1, 2, 3. So, look, there's nothing, and I know it sounds like I'm desperately trying to reframe this to be less bearish, but there's nothing godlike about this particular level, right, that I drew in here. And so, and we're right on that level. So just give it a little bit of time to resolve. Like, I think probably by the next stream, we'll have a resolution of this. So what I'll do, I'll get a vertical line like this and pop it on there. Pop it in your pocket. That'll remind us that that's where we were. In fact, we should probably do that on every chart. Have like the candle that we last looked at that chart, because remember that for some of these coins, eventually it's going to get to a point where I might not be looking at them in every stream and they might only come back much later. So I think that might be a cool habit to get into. Is this thing going to make me fucking select the tool every fucking time? Ugh. Because every single one is a different browser. Fuck you guys. You can watch me do it. My time's just as valuable as yours. No, actually, I'm being an asshole. I'm being an asshole because if I'm wasting your time, it's what, like, it's scales. It scales. It scales. Every second I waste, even though I'm continuing to do it. Oh, I'll just blame the ADHD like everyone else. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just self-diagnosed myself, and now I've got an excuse for just like doing the shit that I wanted to do anyway. I'm joking, by the way. I realize that, you know. So yeah, green candles, boom. So Dan likes the green candles. Paul likes the green candles. Kongi likes the familiarity. So let's fucking go. Right, so that was where we were on up. These ones are so early that I don't need to mark where we are in the This one, I wouldn't mind chucking it on there. I know I just identified that I'm wasting like people's time at scale, and then I'm continuing to do this. What a fucking asshole, bro. What a fucking asshole. He doesn't give a shit about you. And this crazy motherfucker is talking about himself in third person. Get me the fuck out of here. Let's go. So let's fucking go. Let's fucking grove. So that one's that one. That one's this one. SIMP DAO, LEET, HOA. Okay, that's what we're up to. Load it up. Lock and load. So, okay, yeah. Pussycat is the next one on here. Why has this got no... Oh, because we normally look at it in... Boom! All-time high, bitch! All-time high. Look at that candle. That's a fucking green dilly. That's a green fucking dilly. That's how it's done. That's how it's fucking done. These motherfuckers have been absolutely grinding their asses off, and it shows. It's reflected in the price. I don't like to retrofit narratives to price action because I'm not a fucking noob like most of the crypto influencers that you follow. However, I believe there is a reason why this dilly is so damn green and so damn large. And I'm not allowed to say what it is because it's part of my sponsorship deal to shut my fucking mouth. Nah, it's out of respect for the team. They don't want it publicly announced yet. And even though I probably should have pushed a little bit harder and been like, oh, bro, this channel has got so few subs on it. By the way, subscribe. That it's not really going public. It's not like I'm going on Twitter being like, hey guys, this is the reason. I will say this though. And by the way, I didn't ask for permission to say this. And I also don't give a fuck because I'm confident that they would be okay with me saying this. And I also don't give a fuck if they don't. It's only my sponsorship deal on the line if I piss these guys off, right? So in the Tangang chat, there are messages in there that contain the information that I wanted to talk about on this stream to do with this green candle. And it's not even just a green candle. It's something that I've been like really excited about because I was involved in a minor way in the sense that I complained about some shit that they heard me complaining about it, and that was part of like the thing that they built. So if you go, so this is like a thing, right? This is a thing. This is the pitch for people. If you haven't already heard me say about how good the Tangang is, this is another reason to go into the Tangang and join that Telegram. Is if you go in there and you look, and I think there's actually even a pinned message about it. You will not only find out why this candle is green, you will also maybe learn about something that you might want to know about. That's something cool that got launched. So, and other than that, you'll just have to wait until my next stream. They said it that on my next stream, enough time will have passed for me to talk about it. Look at the size of this fucking dildo, man. That's the daily. That's the 4 hour. That's the 4 hourly. So this happened over the course of 4 hour candles. So there was like half a day where it just pumping its absolute nut off. Just literally. Oh, and look at that. It's actually coming back and finding support on the 4 hour close. God damn. So we'll see if that holds. And by the way, there's sort of like maybe another support level there. There's good structure through here, right? Like look at all these highs that would make reasonable support levels. I mean, I won't draw them all in because this one is the one that it's at the moment. So I think that pump from memory was about a 2x. So that shit pumped a fucking 2x for anyone that was paying attention and who was in the Telegram. That, well, you would have had to have been in the Telegram or heard one of my streams where I mentioned that they were working on shit, or that I was involved. Like, I mentioned quite a few times in Twitter spaces and on streams that I had helped them with testing because I helped them get testnet polls. And also there were a couple of like ideas that I had talked about publicly that they incorporated, so they contacted me. Obviously we're both in the Tang Gang. And if by any of those mechanisms you had heard that something was cooking, and then also thought that there might be I don't know. It's a bit like, but yeah. So some people bought this and copped a fucking 2x in like half a day. So wild. What was I doing to this chart? Oh yeah, I'm adding the little fucking thingo. Vertical line. That's the candle that we're on. Cool. So yeah, look, I have said all along, so you guys know that this is not a bias. All-time highs are always bullish. New all-time highs are always bullish. I'm always a bull at all-time highs. That is no overhead resistance. Everyone that's held it is in profit if they didn't cheat. No market structure to cause resistance. No bag holders. I already said that, I think. Clear skies. It's just bullish. Like, it's always bullish. It's always bullish when you're at highs. That doesn't mean that it is guaranteed to go up, by the way, right? So just keep it real. Next coin. GDAY, another fan favorite. This is the first and only Australian meme coin. It seems to be still respecting this descending channel. See, here's an example of what I was talking about before, where the way that I've drawn this is it respects the rules of trend lines with the exception of this one fake breakdown. So that's like the anomaly that where it deviated from the channel or from the wedge. That's on log, isn't it? Yep, cool. What else is I going to draw here? Yep, okay. We're going to put this little guy here. And so, yeah, this is Gillespie's coin. And I reckon, so if you are interested in this coin, I recommend following Tom Gillespie on Twitter, because he will announce stuff on there if there's stuff that's happening. I won't say any more than that. And, oh, yeah, look, it respected that. It actually clipped that base again. So, yeah, look, it set a higher low just in candle close and in wick. Only just, though. It's subtle. Right, so it could be a double bottom, it could be a slightly higher low. We don't know, right? So, and by the way, this chart will actually look better if we go to. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we actually did already look at this, didn't we? So the update on this. The update on this is this thing's coiling in like an absolute snake. This thing's coiling in like a freaking... You guys know what happens if this thing breaks, right? Guys, this channel is not just a bunch of fucking moon boys we don't just do fucking moon boy shit, okay? We also prevent people from doing sub-mil FUD. Let's go quickly to some questions. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm pumped. I'm fucking bullish, and I hope you guys are too. pussy in your faces. Pussy in your faces, mofos. So like, because I've seen this coin for so long, the pussy coin, because the actual coin is Pussycat Life, right? It's not pussy, it's pussycat, it's pussycat, right? Although I'm sure they were aware that the ticker being pussy could grab some attention, right? I'm sure that was either deliberate, or when they noticed it, it was like, you know, if it wasn't deliberate, I'm sure at some point they noticed the potential for that. I have seen that coin for so long, because it actually did an airdrop on testnet, that I have sort of become not immune, like numb, I guess, or like when I say pussy, I'm not doing it in the like haha 69 hee hee hee. Like I say it, and because I think of them like they are serious devs. Like I will sound like a fucking boomer being like, man, these fucking whiz kids are so good at the computer codey. But the way to say it is, these fucking giga brain, giga chad devs that, by the way, are anonymous. I actually don't know who they are, right? Like, so it's an anon team. They have not doxed themselves to me. We have been in communication, but you can be in communication with them as well. They're very accessible. You can go into their Telegram. They're in the Tangang. They're highly accessible, but they are anonymous. And I have just so now I think of them as like a serious project. And so when I say pussy, I'd forget that it's actually hilarious, like this shit. Pussy in your face, wet ass pussy. So I hope you don't get, I don't know what that is referring to specifically, but because I think there's a community member with that name, but there's also an ex-president, right? I think. So anyway, let's go. So look, if this thing's coiling up, was there something we were supposed to talk about? Yeah, so everyone's loving the green candles. I'm bullish as. I'm loving these charts. They're freaking cool. You know, some of these coins are like interesting to me. And we're in the Tangang coins now, we're in the Tangang sector. I want to tie this stream up. So we haven't got far to go. Let's fucking Grove. So if this legitimately is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fucking look at the size of that thing. So I'm going to leave that on the chart, because if it happens, I'm going to be fucking saying that I predicted the fuck out of that shit. And this is coiling in hard. This is coiling in hard like a spring, yo. It's coiled up like a spring. It's coiled up like one of those snakes that likes to fucking strike. And next coin. NBC. Similar deal with less touch points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's just below that, but that's okay. Like, that candle's still open, so it could go up or whatever. And like, look, with low liquidity coins, I did say before that lines are not as you can't God mode the TA lines. In fact, you never can anyway. We don't God mode. We don't put anything up on a pedestal except for Richard Hart himself, okay? He's playing 5,555D chess, guys. So what's the next coin? So I'm a fan of NBC. I did say I believe it's an underrated coin. And so definitely not, you know, I guess probably all the Tangang coins, I'm obviously going to be like, I'm going to have a bull bias on them, but I'm trying to keep the TA as unbiased as possible. Let's just keep an eye on that one. FURU. It's okay. It's like these sideways. Oh, let's use that tool. So let's see from here to here, the majority of volume was actually in this accumulation zone here. So, but well, I guess we'll just see. Like it looks like it's grinding sideways. This is against Pulse. It's, you know, the coin founder is away at the moment, and you would be fucking shocked at how people need some motherfucker to hold their hand. And you know what? You actually might not be shocked, because you're seeing it happen with fucking RH coins right fucking now. And I know I'm swearing a lot. I'm making up for the fact that I try to not swear when I'm on other people's channels. Lol, I am on someone else's channel. When it's not like my own content. So if I'm not the host of the Twitter space or the primary show host of the YouTube channel, I'm trying to do a thing where I like minimize my swearing, which means that all that swearing has to get pushed over into ones like this. So it's just every second word. Fuck this, fucking fuck, fucking fuck. Oh, fucking fuck that fuck. So this thing could be accumulating. This thing could be waiting for the founder to come back and hold everyone's fucking dick. Because look at what happens with RH coins. He doesn't stream. Motherfuckers just can't stop selling the shit. Oh, guys, we remembered that we're doing Pulse X. How was that for memory? See, everyone says to themselves that they have a bad memory, not me. I say, I have a great memory. I have a great memory. You are just not important enough for me to have bothered to remember your name. And the truth hurts. And I'm already bored of this conversation, even though you haven't said anything yet. So before that happens, I'm leaving. Is how I interact with people when I say, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Tangent. And they say, we've met a bunch of times. So that conversation happened in reverse. Just for those of you who are as low IQ as that guy who was being a hater in the chat earlier in the day. So let's take a look at what is going on here. If we go over to Pulse X, PLSX, you guys think I'm joking? You're going to have to work out. You guys are going to have to work out when I'm joking and when I'm serious. So here's Pulse X. Oh, breaking. Pulse X now actually has smart routing that goes through all the pools, V1 and V2. And some of you will actually need to go to a new website. So you get a new browser tab and go app.pulsex.com, and then go up to the cog and turn on auto routing, and all the V1, V2 bullshit should disappear off the page. And so it shouldn't say V1, V2 anymore. It should just be a single app, and it routes through all V1 and V2 pools. It's obviously still not as epic as PTS, because PTS actually goes and uses other liquidity sources that are non-Pulse X. But if you are worried about using like apps that are not created by Richard Hart, then this is a good option. Just be aware that the routing takes a long time. It really is slow. Like, and compared to PTS, it's like worlds apart in terms of how long you wait for it to find the path. But it's still an improvement, a massive, massive improvement on what we had before. So let's take a look at Pulse X before we get to, in fact, you know what? We'll just leave the chart there. We'll do these in order. PEPE. PEPE on Pulse Chain. PEPE on Pulse Chain. You know what this chart makes me think? The bigger the base, the higher into space. Turn log on. Ooh, that has actually made a new low. You dirty motherfucker. Okay, so that actually did make a new low. It's not just grinding the bottom. So we're going to readjust the fib tool. Back to the daily. This is a forked coin. So this is its existence goes right back to the start of Pulse Chain, I guess. Even though that doesn't look like the correct date. That says 1st of June. Oh, I guess Dex Screener must have delayed. So the coin did exist before then, but whatever, who cares? That price action's irrelevant anyway. So yeah, this tool still looks legit. Oh, I guess, look, if we're using the daily closes, that's there. So we just spent a lot of time adjusting lines to get back to exactly how it looked before, I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't matter. Round tripping your TA is nowhere near as painful as round tripping a bag, let me tell you. So the point is that is, oh, look, this is a dragonfly doji that everyone seems to get their dicks hard over. I'm in this community where they just get so raging hard over dragonfly dojis, and I try and tell them, guys, this is a single candle pattern. You cannot, like, are you new to TA? Are you new to fucking crypto? You can't just take a single candle and base your entire your entire financial situation on a single candle. They do it anyway. So now, final coin that we're going to look at. We're over time. It's great that the comments have dried up, so that that's not going to hold me up. We'll end the stream as soon as we've said this. I really enjoyed this stream. I think it was good. I know it wasn't super concise. It's been going for maybe 2 hours or something. This is the question that people are coping on the timeline over. The question of, where did the chart hurt you? And what I want to do is I want to bring my patented technique that you only get access to via my paid group of taking the fucking fib Come on, you son of a bitch. Perfect. So let's look at this. Turn log on. God damn, bro. This chart is fucking horrific. No wonder I have just absolutely not looked at this chart at all, ever. Like, you guys might think I'm joking, but I literally have not looked at this chart the entire fucking time because I've just got so fucking wrecked. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, bro. What the actual fuck? Fuck. 92.5%. You fucking kidding me? Is this some kind of joke? Is this some kind of fucking joke? Dad? Dad? What the fuck? Okay. So fuck, man. So let's do the trick. Do these levels on the fib tool look reasonable? You know, I guess a case could be made that it's got supported and resisted there. Sort of, that is a level maybe here, those wicks that high. Support through there, I guess. So yes, like it's possible that would fit. That, so it's not like, holy shit, these lines look completely in the wrong area. However, let's just do some fucking fear porn where we just take this down to 0. What I'm doing is I'm putting that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm obviously not going to. My mind is obviously not going to allow me to consider the possibility that this could go another 88% down. Even though that does look like a better fit. In fact, I think it'd probably look like even more of a better fit if it was even lower. If it was like, let's really get this fucking fear porn cranking, bro. No, because then those other lines look a bit fucked. They're just like cutting, they're just chopping through. So, by the way, this is only like, this is like fuxical. This is just, this is the dark arts. There's nothing God mode about this. Is that where we had it? Roughly speaking, that's where it was. So I mean, my paper losses on this thing are just fucking drastic, bro. Now, I'm using a special technical analysis technique called just looking for any reason to draw the level where I desperately hope that it is. And I've just chosen the opening of that first candle, which is totally retarded because early day. Oh, actually, let's look at the 16th of May. So this chart actually is right back to the start. So yeah, that candle is meaning that where the first day opened is completely fucking meaningless, but just happens to be also the level that is our last stand before we go all the way down here. No, I think actually probably this level would be more meaningful because at least there was actual active trading that, you know, there was actual. So where a coin starts is just completely irrelevant. But the lowest point that it traded through a trading period, when you're looking at such an early price candle, is maybe more relevant. So let's just fucking hope that if, like, well, first of all, let's fucking hope that it doesn't go down anymore, right? Let's hope that this fucking idiot that keeps selling the fucking bag and just cheating the absolute shit out of the price chart. Someone tweeted out that it's like the same guy that's just been fucking the chart the entire time. It was like one of the biggest holders was just fucking bitching it the entire way. And now I can say that because they're running out of coins to dump. So I no longer have to worry about them hearing it and getting butthurt and selling more because they're almost out of coins. And I would actually prefer the chart to even go down a bit more and for that fucker to miss out on all the gains and literally have zero bag than to actually benefit from when it eventually does turn around. The point being that, yeah, let's first let's fucking hope that the price goes up. Then let's hope that if that doesn't happen, so i.e. finding support at that level that it's currently at. If not, let's hope that it somehow magically just finds support on something that typically doesn't give you actual support, right? The fact that that candle wicked down there, that doesn't make it a support level. If anything, it makes it a resistance level if it goes below that. But let's just hope that maybe just magically TA doesn't apply and that we'll just do some shit like that as a second best thing. And then as like third best, we just an 88% further drop and then just a V recovery that just goes up so hard that the chart goes backwards and it bends space-time. I really wish that I hadn't looked at this chart because that just fucked up my day. So let's go back to what was the fucking most bullish chart? It was either this one. Oh, someone's been buying that while after that candle wasn't like that, was it? We were down here. So someone's been buying that coin while we've been not looking at that chart. So maybe I should start doing McAfee coin of the day, like which is my coin of like the most pumped of the day, which theoretically wouldn't necessarily be the coin that you would be best to purchase of the coins. Not that you should be purchasing any of them, certainly not because of this show. It's either this one or this one. Let's call it a draw. Let's call it a draw, or you get to pick. And so we're going to end on some nice green dillies. You guys got to see green candles. That's what you came here for. You got to see me still bullish, still not giving a fuck. And that is the point of these streams. Yes, son, it's not a joke. Gross. I bet that was talking about the PLSX chart. Retesting. Fucking hell, V for Vendetta gets call of the day, gets call of the fucking year, bro. Gets call of the fucking bear cycle. That's hilarious. It's going down to retest. It's like starting value. You know how like everything on Pulse Chain started at 0? Oh, fuck. I laugh, but I'm crying on the inside. Let's, yes, Smog is with me on this one, or Mog. Mog is with me. Also bullish, also not giving a fuck. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much for coming by. Shout out the Tang Gang. Thanks for the support. Thank you to all the new coins that joined the Dilly DAO. And this episode gets me back on track a day early, by the way, to have averaged one show a week. So tomorrow will be the fucking 1 month anniversary of this show, I think. Does it work like that? No, is it three weeks? It must be 3 weeks. Because the first show is at T = 0. So the episode 4 is after 3 weeks. That makes sense, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So yeah, but you guys get the point that I'm now back on track to average 1 show a week, and I will try to continue at least that average. I really appreciate everyone's comments. People have been throwing comments at me. Like it was a viewer that told me that idea of putting the contract addresses into the show notes. The merch links are below the fucking show description. Sub to the channel, please. I would like to get the subs on this channel to 1,000 before the bull market really starts to ramp up. That would be dope.